Rakta Yahweh, Rakta Yahawasha, Rakta Yahweh, Rakta Yahawasha, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Qudash, a double honor to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson is going to be entitled The Revelation of YAHAWASHI. Hey, because what we were taught in the world that, you know, YAHAWASHI was white, okay, he had a Caucasian background, okay, we was taught that basically he loved everybody and that when he came back everybody would be saved. But according to the scriptures, this does not exist. The truth,
one and one, the revelation of YAHAWASHI, which Yahweh gave unto him to show on servants things which must shortly come to pass.
Right. Who are the servants? The servants are the elect. Okay, and Lord willing, we are part of that. Okay, continue.
And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
Right. So an angel came to John, the revelator, and basically the angel made aware to John the revelation of YAHAWASHI. Okay, what he was about, how he looks, so on and so forth. But let's prove it. Get Revelation in the Greek, bro. Go ahead.
Amos chapter 3, verse 7.
Okay.
Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealed his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
Right. And YAHAWASHI's appearance is a secret. All right? Because if you're outside of the truth, you don't know the true appearance of YAHAWASHI. You don't know the mindset of YAHAWASHI, man. Because why? You've been built up from this so-called Christianity background, this plantation Christianity. All right? And this BS has warped your mind, man. But the prophets are actually going to have the true doctrine. And part of that doctrine is the appearance and the mindset of YAHAWASHI.
This the Greek word for revelation in Revelation 1 and 1 is apocalypsis, and it says laying bare, make it naked.
Okay, laying bare, make it naked. Okay, so if something is naked, meaning it's totally revealed, man. Go ahead, bro.
A disclosure of truth.
A disclosure of truth. All right, and through this lesson, Lord willing, we're going to disclose the mindset of YAHAWASHI.
It says instruction concerning things before unknown.
Right, the instruction. So, hey, part of the doctrine is the instruction. But the main part that I wanted to call on was the disclosure of YAHAWASHI. Didn't say make all the appearance. Because like in the church, they tell you that the appearance of YAHAWASHI doesn't matter. So if it didn't matter, then why is it stapled in the Bible, man?
It says manifestation of appearance.
Manifestation, to make known the appearance, to make known of how this individual, which we call our Lord, our Savior, true name, YAHAWASHI, how he actually looks. Okay, if he was actually on earth today, he would look like a so-called Negro, because he came from the house of Judah. He would be a tall man. He would have a beard, okay, full white beard, and a full white head of hair, man, an afro. All right. Now get Isaiah 52 and 15.
This is the book of 2 John chapter 1, verse 2. You know, because people may ask, okay, why does it matter? Or why did we bring it out constantly? It says, for the truth's sake, which dwelleth in us and shall be with us forever.
Right. For truth's sake, we have to declare this, man. Okay, because this is vital to the elect. They have to know how their Lord looks, man. All right, and if it wasn't important, why did Esau liken YAHAWASHI's image to a so-called white man?
This is John 4 and 24. The Most High is His Spirit, and they that worship Him must worship Him in spirit and in truth.
So you have to worship the Most High in spirit and in truth, man. All right, that's extremely important. Precept upon precept. All right, the appearance, the mindset has to be known. It has to be revealed to the elect, man. For truth's sake, not for our sake, but for truth's sake. That's the true worship of YAHAWASHI and YAHWASHI.
It's Isaiah 52 and 15. So shall he sprinkle many nations.
So shall he sprinkle many nations. Who is the he referencing to? YAHWASHI.
The kings shall shut their mouths at him.
The kings shall shut their mouths at him. Continue.
For that which had not been told them should they see.
Right. Everything we're saying, basically, is going to manifest. All right. In the spirit, we believe that because of the substance of faith. Go ahead.
And they that which they had not heard should they consider.
Right. Because everything that we talked about, via the scriptures, is going to come to light, man. When Yahawashi comes back, he's going to get down. And he's not going to have this mindset of how America teaches you of Jesus Christ. No, he's going to have the same mindset that we have, man. Because why? It's one body, one truth. All right?
It's Isaiah 63 and 3.
And this is how Yahawashi would sprinkle the nations. Go ahead.
I have trodden the winepress alone.
I have trodden the winepress alone. The winepress is symbolic for these people, man. Go ahead.
And of the people there was none with me.
Right.
For I would tread them in my anger.
He would tread them in his anger. You have to understand, when Yahawashi went on the cross, it was 2,000 years ago. But if you equate that to the spirit, hey, what's a day to the Lord? 1,000 years. What's 1,000 years to the Lord? One day. So this happened to Yahawashi 2 days ago.
And trampled them in my fury, and their blood should be sprinkled upon my garments.
And their blood shall be sprinkled upon his garments, meaning he's going to do a lot of killing, justifiable. Why? Because they're not doing what the scriptures are saying, man. And he's already pissed off at how the Romans did him, and then you add that to the tab as far as how they're doing his younger Akia, man. He's pissed off. He's pissed off at the state of the word. I mean, so like the state of the world. All right, so he has every right to be mad. It's justifiable, man.
Jeremiah 17 and 1. The sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron.
Meaning, basically, what is that saying? That when Yahawashi went on that cross, man, because wow, wicked people of our nation wanted this to be, man. All right, so that sin has not been blotted out. That's why 2/3 of our people will die, man. Because what did they say? Let his blood be upon us and our children, man. So the Most High has not forgot that. That's why it's been written in with that pen.
Like it's something, with the pen, it's like it's etched in.
Yeah.
You can't pretty much remove it.
That's right.
The sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron and with the point of a diamond. It is graven upon the table of their heart and upon the horns of your altars.
Hey, like that mindset, man. But like the brother was saying, man, once something is written with a pen or with a diamond, it's in there. It's engraved in. It's more so like it's like something that has. If you had like a knife and you're writing, wording on a concrete. You just can't rub that off. It's engraved in there, man.
Those ancient hieroglyphs.
Yeah, the ancient hieroglyphs.
Yeah, hieroglyphs, yeah.
Yeah.
They've been around for thousands of years, and to this day they're still historical monuments, and they're still present because they were engraved. That's where we get the terminology of engraved in stone. Yeah. Because the only way to get rid of those engravings is to cast away or do away with that actual stone, with that surface.
That's right.
Right.
It's back in Isaiah 63 and 3. It says, and their blood should be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment.
He will stain all his raiment. So when he comes back, he's doing a lot of killing, man. You can start jumping on.
Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
And this is Yahawashi, man. And Basra would be the capital of Edom, which today would be America, man. Go ahead.
That is glorious in his apparel.
Meaning he's traveling in a so-called spaceship, which is also identified as a chariot of Israel, man.
Traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Right.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Mighty to save. Hence his name, Yahawashi. He is the saver. He is the deliverer, man. Go ahead.
Wherefore art thou red in thy apparel?
Why is he red in his apparel? Because according to Christian doctrine, hey, everything is going to be just love and happiness, man. So why does this man have blood on his apparel? Go ahead.
And it says, and thy garments like him that treaded in the wine fat.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of killing, man. Go ahead.
Maybe we'll read verse 3.
Yeah, because if you just think about this, if you're in a bed of grapes, and if you're jumping up and down on those grapes, and if you have like white linen on, hey, you're gonna have that residue, all that residue from those grapes, man.
Yeah, because so when you look at the term, at the way that the Lord is going to return, and when He first came upon the earth, right? And you can get that in Zechariah too, you know, because when He first came upon the earth, He came lowly, He came humble, He came meek, because He was to be ultimately sacrificed as a sheep.
Zechariah 9:9. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, thy king cometh unto thee. He is just and having salvation, lowly and riding upon an ass, and upon a coat the foal of an ass.
Exactly. And so when he came lowly. But the scriptures also reference him as the Lord of Sabaoth, the Lord of hosts, all right? Which are the armies, man. Right. So he's going to come back with the hosts of heavens. He's going to come back and pure force, and angelic force, right? He's coming back with authority,
right?
You know, he's not going to be carrying a cross anymore, you know, carrying a so-called burden upon his back. He's not going to be whipped. He's not going to be sacrificed anymore, man. He's not going to be killed. He's going to be he's going to be doing the killing that's going on.
Jeremiah 4:7. The lion is come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way.
So when Yahushua first came back as himself, he came like the elder was saying. He had he was like a sheep. Okay, but now he's coming back as a lion, man. All right, that's why the day of the Lord is going to be traumatic. Okay, it's going to be dark. It's going to be gloomy. Go ahead, bro.
And it says he is gone forth from his place.
What's his place? Hey, from the third heaven, the fourth dimension, the spiritual world. Go ahead.
Right hand of the Father.
The right hand of the Father. And when you look up that term right hand, it means a place of authority and honor, man.
He's gone forth from his place to make thy land desolate.
To make thy land desolate, man. Okay, and when you look up that term desolate, when you break that term down, it means utterly empty, man. Go ahead.
And thy city shall be laid waste.
Thy city shall be laid waste. America will be laid waste, man. Hey, when he brings that judgment on Yahweh Shabbat, okay, they're going to be laid desolate out there, man. All right, this man has war on his mind. Go ahead, boy.
It says, without an inhabitant.
Without any inhabitants, hence the place we call America, man. Okay, all this whole landmass was going to be annihilated.
Yeah, John 18, verse 36. Yahushua answered, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight.
Right, and first and foremost, who are the servants of Yahushua? His angels. Okay, then he say he had a legion of angels, and then after that point, man, it's the prophets, man. All right, because hey, Yahushua knew prophecies had to be fulfilled, man, in order for the elect to be sealed. Because if that did not happen, then we wouldn't have the Holy Spirit. Okay, and then if he didn't sacrifice himself for the nation of Israel, beginning with the elect, he would have been the only one enjoying his kingdom. He did it not for himself only, but for the Akim as well, man. Now that's what you call taking one for the team.
That I should not be delivered to the Jews, but now is my kingdom not from hence.
Right, because at this time frame, it was the time of Esau, man. It was Esau's Iron, his interrupted rulership, man. It's like his uninterrupted rulership.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Psalm 2 and start at the top. It says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying,
Yeah, because they act like they're going to actually keep us in this lower state forever. They think they're actually going to defeat Yahushua when he returns, man. That's why Trump is talking about investing in space warfare. space weapons. Go ahead, bro.
saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sit in the clouds shall laugh.
Hey, so YAHAWASHI is laughing at them, man. All right, tells you Psalms 11 chapter that his habitation, Yahweh's dwelling is the heavens, man. Go ahead, bro.
The Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sword to pleasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion.
And jump down to actually started in 17. Verse 7.
It says in verse 7, I would declare the decree, the Lord has said unto me, thou art my son.
I would declare the decree, the order, this precept, this commandment. Go ahead.
This day have I begotten thee.
Who did Yahweh begot? YAHAWASHI. That goes to show you that David was a prophet. He was in the spirit. All right, because Yahweh did not create David. YAHAWASHI created King David. Via the instructions of his father Yahweh. Go ahead.
Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance.
Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathens. And that's what we want, man. We're sacrificing ourselves in this life for the kingdom of heaven to come.
And it says, in the othermost parts of the earth of thy possession.
Last ends of the earth, man. Okay, that's going to be our possession as well, man. Go ahead.
And it says, thou should break them with a rod of iron, thou should dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel.
So that means that goes to show you that in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have slaves, man. Okay? That's symbolic of slavery. We're going to be ruling these other nations with a rod of iron, man. Yeah. And if they get out of line, we're going to break them in pieces.
It reiterates itself in the book of Revelation, you know? Just in case somebody want to say that that's the Old Testament.
This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise.
Right, he's not slack. Okay, what's the promise? That, hey, we will be redeemed and we part of the elect. We will be redeemed if our names are in the book of life, man. All right, so it seems like it's slack. No, it's not. Prophecies have to be fulfilled, man. Everything still is a moving progress, man. It's a moving process.
As some men count slackness.
Yeah, as some men count slackness, and the reason why they say that because they don't have the spirit. They don't have the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man.
But is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Right, all and who all will come to repentance? The elect. Okay, that government body first and foremost, and then the 1/3.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
The day of the Lord will come as in a thief of a night. All right, so meaning literally when you're not expected, man. However, we know it's close via the scriptures, man. You have Matthew the 24th chapter, man. So we know we're knocking at that door. You can actually see the finish line. So really, through the Spirit, we should be sprinting. Go ahead, bro.
In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
The heavens shall pass away with a great noise. Esau's rulership. Okay, and what's that great noise? Hey, the sounds of the impact from the missiles, man.
It says I'm real to and fro like a drunkard. You gotta think about it, like real loud, man.
And you can only imagine it's gonna be extremely loud. Think about when you got a handgun, how loud that sounds, like a Glock or a shotgun or something like that.
In the book of 2nd Ezra, it calls it a day of doom. You know?
It says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, the earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
And hence the missiles, man, and the works therein, these wicked deeds, man, believing in bestiality, attaching yourself to the image by getting the microchip, like the brother said, pedophilia, bestiality, man. Just associating yourself with the concept of you do not want to leave the fashion of this world, man.
No, this is
like this 2nd Ezra 13:5. Salaki. 2nd Ezra 13:3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
That man is YAHAWASHI. And he waxed strong, meaning that those legion of angels, man, all right, his servants. Because all he had to do was actually, you know, if he didn't have any discipline, he could have called those angels, man. And they would have devastated that place 2,000 years ago. But Yahawashi was spiritual, all right? He wasn't carnal. That would have been a carnal thing to do. Go ahead, bro.
You see, he called 12 legions.
Yeah, that's what, it was 7,000? Yeah, about 7,000.
And it says, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're gonna have these. You're gonna have Russia, China, all these countries going to war because they have to be judged over there. All right, but when they look up, they're gonna see the chariots. They're gonna tremble, man, and the chariots gonna be here as well, man. So 2/3 of our people, these other nations, hey, their heart will faint because they don't have no spiritual awareness of that these vehicles are spiritual vehicles for salvation, man.
And it says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth,
that voice is actually talking about those missiles, man, that concentrated fire, laser beams.
it said, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth felt it when it filled the fire. After this I beheld.
That goes to show you how hot that fire is going to be, man. It's going to have the same technology those missiles had.
And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Hey, hence the term Revelation, the 7th chapter, to subdue the man that came out the sea, meaning he came from the heavens, man. That's the sea, because the heavens are composed of water, man. Go ahead.
And it says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain.
Meaning that's how big this chariot is going to be. A fathership. You're gonna have chariots coming from out of those from out of that fathership.
And it says, it flew up upon it. So he's gonna be standing on top of that chariot. But I would have
Every eye should see, right?
That's right. But I would have seen the region or place without the hill was graven, and I could not.
So although Ezra saw Yahawashi standing on the chariot, he still can see the full capacity of that ship, man.
You can tell it from one end to the other, man.
That's right.
Yes. And it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together.
And that chariot literally could be the size of the mirror. That's how big spiritually you can receive it. That's how big that vehicle could be.
It says, after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him was sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
Because the Most High will put the spirit on him to fight. All right? To make it a battle.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war.
That goes to show you that Isaiah 63 chapter is symbolic. So Yahawashi is not actually going to be on the ground utilizing guerrilla warfare. He's going to be taking people's asses out, utilizing the chariots, man. That angelic force, man.
And it says, but only I saw that he sent out his mouth as there had been a blast of fire.
That's those lasers coming out of those chariots.
And out of his lips a flaming breath.
Same thing.
And out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
Same thing. It's just symbolic format.
Yeah, because this salvation is going to trump the salvation from ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
And during the time of the Exodus, the second Exodus is going to be grandeur. So Yahawashi is going to go all out. It's like the unedited director's cut in the studio. You already know it's a straight smash. This is going to be a hit, man.
Right.
You know, but that's why the scriptures say that their salvation is going to come by those that endure to the end. So you got to be able to receive the message. Those things that are hard to digest, and those things that are easy and simple.
Habakkuk 3:3. The Most High came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran, Salah. His glory covered the heavens.
His glory covered the heavens, man. Okay? What is he talking about? The chariots, man. Coming from America, man. And throughout the four corners of the earth.
And the earth was full of his praise.
And the earth was full of his praise. Go ahead.
And his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was the hiding of his power.
Right. So the horns is actually talking about the horns is actually talking about the missiles, and the hand is talking about the chariot.
And it says, before him went the pestilence, and burning coals went forth at his feet.
It's talking about the laser beams coming out of the chariot. Right. All right, bro, we can get it again and get that Thessalonians talking about the somebody get Matthew 24, 36 talks about how the tribes are going to move.
This is 5:1. 1 Thessalonians 5:1. For other times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night.
Hence the scriptures, that's how we know how the day of the Lord will come, man. But if you utilize the scriptures, you will always have that spiritual guard. The guard will be up.
For when they should say peace and safety,
That's what they're saying now, man. Everything is going to be okay, and it's not.
just the other day, Trump announced that 600,000 people was able to get jobs. And try to make everybody look, see, look how America's coming back up.
Yeah. And then a lot of those jobs are actually, they're calculating it from part-time. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing it from like a full-time standpoint as far as people that actually went and got their college degrees, getting a job in their profession. You know, they're utilizing the numbers like a person that got a 4-year degree working at a gas station. And then those numbers are still skewed. Go ahead, bro.
And it says, for when they should say peace and safety, there's sudden destruction coming upon them.
And that's what we're waiting on, the day of Yahweh, man. Go ahead.
As travail upon a woman with a child,
As travail, go ahead.
and they should not escape.
And they should not escape. And then I want to say, if you go into like that travail, it actually talks about the calamities before Yahushua returns, man. So this world, this so-called world, is going to be in a bad shape. You're going to have famines, you're going to have fires, you're going to have pestilence, you're going to have just per se a lawless society, man.
It's already going to be kindled.
It's already going to be killed, right?
And you look up that Greek word for travail, it goes into Odin. It says the pain of childbirth, travail pain, birth pains, intolerable anguish, in reference to the dire calamities precede the advent of the Messiah.
There you go. And just like the elder was saying, it's already going to be kindled. That's why Yahweh said in Matthew, if it's already kindled, what is he going to do? He's going to add more to it. Okay? And boy, you can go back.
Thessalonians.
Yes, Chicago got it.
Oh, okay. Well, I had something else to
Go ahead.
1 Thessalonians chapter 4. I started 1 Thessalonians 4 and 17. It says, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord.
Break it down, man.
Hey, because doing that, you can break down, bro. I'm kind of stuck.
Yeah, okay. No problem. Read that again. Go ahead, bro.
Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord.
And we is referring to the hopefully lit, man. And be caught up in those clouds, which is talking about those so-called UFOs, as you people call it, which are the chariots of Israel, man.
And then you're going to have the other elect that's already inside of the chariots.
The so-called, well, the martyrs, should we say.
That's right.
You know, or the ones that previously died before, all hell broke loose, man.
That's right. That's going into Revelation 6 chapter. They're just crying on behalf of us. And what did the Spirit say? Well, hey, some of these that's on earth right now has to go through the same thing that you went through. So you're going to have the elect, like the brother said, being beamed up. And once we get those, what you call it, those spiritual bodies per se, celestial bodies, as we're entering, man, we're going to see the martyrs, which going to already have their spiritual bodies as we're entering the chambers, right?
That's why the scripture reference hearing in the Hebrew tongue come up hither.
Yeah, come out of her.
Yeah. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5.
That goes to show you that the chariots have a sound system. In order to hear it, they have to have a sound. In order for us to hear it, Lord, when we do elect, it has to have a sound system.
1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
That's right.
For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
It's coming like a thief in the night. Like I stated before, hey, through the Spirit, if you follow the Lamb, wheresoever he goeth, you on guard, man.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
And that's why it's declared as a thief in the night, because everybody else is going to be doing what they normally, their routine thing, on a Monday or on a Tuesday or a Wednesday night.
Like the days of Noah.
Yeah, like in the days of Noah, man.
People gonna be marrying, things of that such, man. Jake gonna be getting killed in the damn wedding suit and shit like that, man. Gonna be in concentration, they wedding dresses. You know?
You go to Matthew 24. Which verse?
It's a 36.
Yeah, those are times we coming in too, man. The day of YAHAWASHI, man. That's why it says in the Isaiah the 42nd chapter, how he has long time holding his peace, man. Which means he's been sitting in the spiritual realm, waiting for the Most High give him that word to come on and take down these people, man. Go ahead and get your crown, rightfully deserved, man.
Right. Hey, but we're on YouTube. Yeah, we don't have a website. We're just on YouTube. It's you got a pen? I can write it down for you. Hey, but we're the real Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible.
Good. So I'm about to get back to the scripture. Like this is this is Matthew 24:30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn.
Right, and the reason why these tribes are going to mourn because YAHAWASHI is bringing judgment, man. All right, so regardless of what they're teaching in these churches or in Esau's per se philosophies, according to the scriptures, hey, that's not rightly dividing the truth, man.
And they shall see the Son of Man come in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
Hey, with power and great glory, meaning he's going to be in those spiritual vehicles, those chariots, and he's going to have a host of angels with him, the armies. All right?
Lord Sabaoth.
That's right. Lord of hosts, man. And Lord willing, you edify, all praises to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Bakakadash.
and double honors to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.